Roll my bad while ba lig the thing, ligandang ba thief. Lad kir me luak tongue a dear mundem bonkia long off. A loin maray enjoy. Ramlu dang you luak bar, a jib with among a burner. Cham roll bomb a banamar. Cholnyana marayere, dollar wee maraya.
Ran, Nai, Nuer. Who are you?
Nas, or let us start by the word Ran. The word Ran is common to these Nilotic people, where they because Nilotic are divided into Western Nilotic, Central Nilotic, and Eastern Nilotic. To the central, among the Nuer, the Denka, the Shilluk, and Luo. To Luo they call it Bano. To the Shilluk they call it Ban. To Nuer and Denka they call it Ran. And when they say Ran is a human being. Man. That is Ran. So the word Ran, the Nuer add something to it. They said that we are not just Ran, but we are Ramaran. The Ramaran is Ran twice. So when it become Ramaran, they cannot say it Ran. They make it short. Ramaran. I'm Ramaran.
Human being.
The real human being, they said, in a strong sense like that. That's the meaning of the word Ran. The word Nal is a plural from the word Ran. So when they say Nal, they move from the word Ran to become Nal. We mean people. He's not a single human being now. There are more. And from there, they devote the word Naiti Nal. The people who are the people. Because Nay is the same as, Nay is the same word as Nas. But they make it Naiti Nal. People who are the people. Yeah. But some other writers put it in a wrong way that they say people of the people. No, they are not people of the people. They are the people who are the people. And the word Nuer itself.
They are the actual people.
Yeah. The word Nuer, I think, is just devolved recent time, because when we are trying to define out who are the Nuer in the past, when you just check the family line, you will not find the word Nuer. Only it occurs, I think, in 18th centuries. There was a man known as Nuer in Pangak in Gawa Nuer land. That is the only name known as the word Nuer. But the word Nuer itself, it came as a result of a certain stage in Nuer history. So at that time there was a chaos within the society. There was a lot of deaths. It seemed there was no law. So they came together to do something like a convention. So they said, okay, now we want to change. And at that time there were newcomers who came into the Nile. They said, now we cannot longer use the same word Nile or something. Let us do something in which the newcomers should come in. So they come the word Nuer, which is Nuer. Nuer is, they said, now don't do something bad, because if you do it, you will Nuer. So from there they developed the word Nuer. That was a long time ago. They were Nuer of Pangak, they were Nuer of Nasser, they were Nuer of Akoba, they were Nuer of Bantu. The main center at that time was Pangak, in which all the Nuer came. They used to come there in 1922 or even 1943. They used to have something like known as Nuer Council. So they come together at that time. Now, in Pangak, there's Nuer of Lak, the Lak Nuer. There is Thieng Nuer, and there is Gawar Nuer. And within that also, there's the division of, even you say Nuer, you say Gawar Nuer, you say Bar and Yang, two divisions. In Thieng, you say Ria and Bang. That is within the division of that ethnic group. Two, you go to Lak, there is Janyang and Thieng Kwajbur. And then from there you go to details until you reach the clan, the small part of the unit. When you go to Akobo, you found the Low Nuer. The Low Nuer are divided into two main groups. Actually, but there were three actually. But they divide into Gun and Mor. And from Gun you will find some certain categories or division. The same to Mor. Now they have more law and gun law. And then when you go to Nasser, you will find that those of Ladjo Nuer who crossed the Nile from Bantu in 18th centuries. There's Gaja, Gaju, and Gagwang. And within also there's a division of this ethnic group. Now we can move to the Western Nile, which is Bantu, which is the real home of the Nuer. You'll find the same ethnic group there, but you found there's Jagay. Jagay Nuer is, you will find Lang, Bor, Ryanyan, and there were 4 anyway. That was the Jagay Nuer. You go to same to Bull Nuer. Bull Nuer are divided into 2. There's Kwach and Gok. Yeah, and then you go again to Dok.
Right.
Dok and Nyong. You'll find Dok. They are Tien Tidja and Chien Bapo. And then again, you go to Nyong.
Right.
And again, you go to Le. For these Nilotic people, the Denka, the Shuluk, the Nuer, and the Luo, because you will learn that from that when they have some word in common, especially the water, the fire, womb, and mouse, AI, which is Wang, I think they were just departed in some years back. In some years back, they were one group anyway. So that time, I think that time they were one people. And for the Nuer and Denka, it has been reported by some writers that it was in 85 BC that the Nuer and Denka became a different group, separate. But Shiluk and Anuak and the rest, they moved before, 300 years before that time. So anyway, they were one in the past. Because now, if you study the Luo languages, or the Luo language, you will find that there's many common words related to the Nuer language, as well as Denka. The history of the Nile, that Nile moved from south to the north. I think our people were in Egypt before. They were in that civilization of northern Sudan. And because Jews also, they were there in Egypt, in which they moved from Egypt to the Promised Land. That is where they depart. So the Nuer are reflecting that kind of elements, which are the Jews' culture. But Jews now claiming that they lose some ethnic group, some tribe. But I think because the African history is saying that the people, the modern human being is created in Africa. So I think the Jews are part of this Nilotic. No, these Nilotic are part of Jews.
Partly Kush, actually.
Kush kingdom.
Is a biblical personality,
yes,
who is supposed to have come to the Sudan.
Yes. I think it's from there. So the culture of prophets in the Nuer land reflecting that elements. In Nuer you find that these prophets, they prophesize of what will be coming, starting from Mundeng. So I think that culture, that element of culture is the same as it is now happening in Jewish history. Because when you're reading the Bible, the historical names, the Kush kingdom, the Nemrut, the black human being, Egypt, and Kush, as brought in the Bible, these Nilotic, their grandparent may be from that of Kush. Mundeng is from Chienlea clan, a Bullist group, because the Bull Nuer are Kwarmoon, the sheep of the priest of the earth. They wear this like what I'm wearing now, white.
The leopard skin.
The leopard skin. So Mundeng was from that type. The only thing is that he moved from Western Upper Nile, moved from Bantu to the new land known as Dorkum Khan. That is this light land, including Nasser, including Akoba, they call it the Dorkum Khan.
Right.
Yeah. And from there, Mundeng rose as a prophet. When you come to Fangak, you'll find Dew. Dew. another prophet too.
Dual.
Dual is his son. But the prophet name is Denleka.
I see.
But the spirit was known as Dew. The prophet was, the spirit was Dew. And then when you come to the central Nuer, you find Tudunkur. Tudunkur is a brother of Mana Wan, the small brother. It was in 1955. And the prophet died in 1988. That was the time when there was this one, the flood. There was this fame in all Sudan. That was Tudunkur. And the person who was Ruekui Gil. That was
another prophet.
The same prophet. But the Tudunkur was a spirit. And then when you go to the Western Nile, you find some minor prophets. But among there was Kulankit. Kulankit was the person who has been inspired by the spirit of Mana, known Mana Wan, Mana Lutera. In the Nuer there were five Kwar. They start with Kwarmon, which is the priest of the earth. That is Kwarmon. And Kwarmon is a peacemaker, as well as an independent body who try to solve the bring peace to the community. And then next to him is Woodhall, the cattle expert. So whenever there is something, there is a disease among cattle, whenever there was no production among the cattle, he's the only person who is going to be asked about what to do. And third is Kwarthai. Kwarthai is an expert and a water expert. So he knows whether this water is spoiled or poison or not. Even when there's no fish, he's going to be the person who is going to be asked about why there's no fish. Even when the crocodile is eating people, harming people from the Nile, he's going to be the one who's going to be consulted. So in modern time, it's just like Minister of Water Resources, Wildlife, and all this. Water resources.
Without power, the one of our times. No power over the wildlife.
And there's a minister, another one, known as Kwartang, the owner of the tongue, which is the spear shaft. So when people go to war, it's just like the Minister of Defense. So he's one who is going to decide to break that tongue or shaft within the war. And the final one, there's known as Dwek or Kwardwea. Kwardwea is a normal human being. He is neither Kwarmon, he's neither Kwartang or whatever. He's a normal human being. But when there is something happened to the Kwarmon, because Kwarmon, when you murder somebody, and when he murdered somebody, he ran to the Kwarmon before he eat, before he drink. So he may not be poisoned because he will report himself immediately. Because in the Nuer, you cannot kill a person and then hide. That blood will follow you until the end of that family. Family will die. So we ran to the Kwarmon, and then there's certain rituals done by the Kwarmon. And then the bone is broken, and then they call these two groups, and then they reconcile, and then they pay the compensation. When Kwarmon commit a crime or maybe kill a human being, he will run to the normal human being to be ill. So that person, Dwek, is also a Kwar. And the sixth one is, the last one is Kwarbi. Kwarbi is those of chiefs, like Salatin of those days. They wear certain clothes, then they say you are the chief of that area.
Mundeng was known also to have predicted his future, the future of everything he religiously administered through an epic song.
For Mundeng songs, because the Sudan situation, whatever is happening in Sudan is there in Mundeng song. But not everyone knows Mundeng song. Only the elders, especially among the lower tribe in Akobo. They are the one who knows Mundeng songs. Mundeng has many songs. But I think to to get this information is through research. And there's one song known as, he will say, roll my bad while ba lig the thing, ligandang bati, lat kir mil wak tong adier mundem bong sia longo, elwen maray yelbo, ram lu dang yol wak bar, you go in a mong about cham roll bomb about chonya na maray all we maray. So that song was about Rolmai. Rolmai is any person who has with a gun, starting from those colonials, because the nuer have spears, and then they Rolmai has gun. So he said that Rolmai will be defeated, and he will be beaten, and there will be a noise, something like bombarding. Lig the thing, liga and dang bad thing. So Gadang is not only nuer. Anyone who is in Southern Sudan, they are Gadang, son of Dan. Liga and dang bad thing. So Latsker is a military person who is in the leadership, will be ruling. But he will rule with worry. He will be worried all the time that power. So Mundeng becomes like a Longor. Longor, instead of Nuer and Denka, was a great leader. Was also just not a leader, a spiritual leader. Instead of Longor, when he call people, he will make the short people to be the foundation of the house, and the tall one to be in the top. There was something like that in this story. In this story, yeah. Right. So that is one of the Mundeng song. Yeah.
So what do you think was the most important prophecy Mundeng had made?
I think the most important thing is the relationship between Northern Sudan and Southern Sudan. He said, my flag will not be mixed with the flag of the roll.
Of the brown man.
Of the brown man. So the flag will be flowing alone. But maybe we don't know, because the roll is maybe the white people, maybe the Northern Sudan. I cannot predict up to now. But there's roll. He said that the second thing he said that there was this split, because the Northern Sudan and Southern Sudan are eating together. He said that plate will break.
The one with the fatada.
The fatada will break, will be in part. Okay. So everyone will go with his part.
Now, there has been talk in the media recently about Mundeng's pipe being brought back from Britain, from London. How did it go there?
Because his son, Wek, was killed, I think in 1927. Because Mundeng died in 1906, they report that Mundeng died in 1906. So when they came, when the Turkish, condominium ruled, they fought the Nuer until they were fighting these prophets, starting from Mana one of Jagay Nuer in Bantu, with the Mundeng in Wat, and not only really Mundeng, but his son, because Mundeng has died before they came.
That's right.
Yeah. So they took, after they killed Gwek, the son of Mundeng, they took this pipe and dam, which is a rod, divine rod of Mundeng, and pipe. They took them in 19.
That is the magic one.
Yes.
Because the holy stick.
Yes. Dam which he was using to kill the Turkish. It will just bump. They took it in 1929. They took it to London, but now we were worried about where is this pipe of Mundeng, Dam Mundeng, where is it? Twin Mundeng, where is it? Until recently, I think there was, I don't know what happened there. Is it because they just keeping them to keep them there when South Sudan is okay, they will bring
them back?
Or I don't know.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank
but
you.
Anyway, there's this program now that are going to be bring to South Sudan and there in what?
One prophet of African prophet that died was a certain Nyankole prophet called Nyakairima. When he was going to die, he went around telling people, goodbye, goodbye, I'm dying tomorrow. How did Mundeng die?
He told his death that he is going to be killed, because there were competition between Mundeng and Diu. So Dew sent a woman,
Sorcerer.
sorcerer woman, to go and kill Mundeng. So when he went to Mundeng, the woman go back to Dew. He said, Dew, the Mundeng body is full with the spirit of God. So there's nowhere in which I can put my eye to kill Mundeng.
To pluck him out.
Yeah. So he said, okay, now you come back and you go back again because Mundeng is going to die on that way. So there was this one. The spirit was in, I think in his, because you see there's a certain oil within the
Spinal cord.
Yeah, the backbone of the human being. He said that just remove that. Remove that part of it. And then when that is removed, he can collapse. So everybody knows he's dead, that he's going to die on that way.
Tum yan nyanga wishan la yendi agur kulogaje elong angar mi jang wane charom tin yuwena la yendi agur kulogaje elong el gol tele mal la ram kel dia maye adengrul ye je chamanu kwa kun kel ajen ba ngwa kun ribo chabiti anyo bot but we your come to that. Nerga Lulatek, Lunguer Rami Dual. You would kill a dead dep. De poor jagap. Kenya de Kenya Tiol. Kenya Yakui. No, I jagger the war anything. Real bag, he laid a yim and yim. And while I was got it, do no mere. Near Ambia could nearly jagiat. Well, Lurgo goodbye. Conche man kang yaga dwalgador, gan man dong you can a dwalgador, tun walgarboar. We do compare. When they change a boy, love guy along. Then we all quit your love of war. La Ruda Ruda. Chama jaira am dong yang wang. Kana gariang. Nama ya dung de chagariang. La dunya ye de yubile.